Cześć, witam Cię bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku ze Starfielda. Zostaw kciuka, subskrypcję, dzwoneczek i kontynuujemy rozmowę z Jane.
Lack of options, I suppose. I was born on Mars. I never knew my mum. She left when I was little. My dad took good care of me, but he died when I was 14, so I had to fend for myself. Those years were the hardest. The shop began as a way to survive, and it's been successful, so I've stayed with it. You have no idea. Every time I feel like I'm getting ahead, something happens to knock me back down. But unless you're some sort of merc, I'm not sure you can help. See, I saved up to get a new ship and hire a pilot. He was supposed to help run deliveries and bring in all sorts of new goods, but he went missing. I can't find anyone willing to track him down. I'm worried something bad has happened. I'm not sure. I'm hoping it's something simple, like he ran out of fuel. It's an older ship and it may have had a minor leak. But I know there's a problem with pirates out there. This was Eric's first real piloting job and I'm worried they could tell he was easy pickings or something. Could just be my overactive imagination. If all else fails, I'm probably going to, but I'd rather not. That ship? I bought it from a sketchy dealer because it was all I could afford. Seemed too good to be true. I'm not sure now it was entirely legit. So, you see the problem with contacting SysDev. Really? I mean, thank you. I know it's a lot of trouble, but it'll mean a lot to me. I'll try to compensate you as best I can when you bring back Eric and my ship. It's a cargo runner called the Berry Mule. The last signal I got from him was out near Triton. It's a starting place, at least. And try to bring them both back in one piece.
No, postaramy się, postaramy. Dobra. Winda.
Do your part to keep Cydonia graffiti free.
Warsztat. O! Nieznacznie zwiększa wielkość magazynka i szansa na krytyczne uderzenie dla uzbrojenia Allied Armor. No i git. Kolejny komiks.
Myślałem,
że tu drzwi nie ma do kibla.
Cold, cramped and offensive.
Ktoś śpi. Ty też.
Is Mars treating you well? I don't mind it too much. Things can be rough here, but that's sort of why I like it. I'll admit, though, that I'd like to be stationed somewhere else someday. Not that I don't like it here, but I'd like to see what else is out there. Not sure if I ever wanted to be a Marine per se. This is just where life took me. Growing up, all I ever wanted to do was leave New Atlantis and see the settled systems. Joining up with the Marines was the easiest way to do that. Best decision I've ever made. What? Do you mean I'm not miserable like them? Guess not. Yeah, it might not be the most glamorous post and the work can be tough, but it sure beats the hell out of whatever I'd be doing back home. Writing papers, presentations, doing spreadsheets. Nah, that's not for me. I'm happy to be here, and I wish my family would understand that. Yep, my family doesn't like that I joined up with the Marines, but nobody's more worried than my sister. I feel bad. Her birthday's actually coming up, but I'm not able to visit her. She's gonna be worrying about me on her birthday. Actually, maybe you can help me with that. Would you mind giving her her birthday presents the next time you're in New Atlantis? A bit nosy, are we? I'm just kidding. I'd like to know what I'm carrying with me as well. I'll pack some Cydonia souvenirs for her. Dumb things, like some dust and rocks and stuff. She likes those sorts of things. I also wrote her a letter. I just wanted to know that I'm doing okay and that she doesn't have to worry about me so much. Awesome! You're making my life a whole lot easier right now. Thanks for doing this. And tell her I said happy birthday.
Kłeścik za kłeścikiem tu zbieramy. Dobra, budź się,
I'm
typek.
just proud to serve the UC.
A ten kurwa stąd gdzie poszedł? Przecież tu jeszcze jeden spał.
Always be ready for anything. Proud to be a UC.
Z nim nie pogadam, dobra. No chłop gdzieś zniknął, nie?
Tough it out on Mars. You can tough it. I don't care what anyone says. This is still a tough assignment.
Dobra, z tymi gościami nie pogadam. Czym się zajmuje warsztat rusznikarski? Nic więcej nie zrobię, tak?
Caution. Subterranean particle detonation imminent. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremors. Detonation occurs in
Ta jest zainstalowana, tam ich zwiększy.
3, 2, 1.
Coś jebło.
Particle detonation concluded. It is now safe to resume normal activity.
To nie, co tu można robić dzięki tym rzeczom, ale mi się chce w to bawić aktualnie. Dałoby mi to troszeczkę wzmocnienia, ale... Tu byłem chyba, nie?
Tired of commuting from distant systems to Sidonia every day?
Kurde, znowu nikt tu nie sra. Dobra. Wygląda na to, że ogarnęliśmy też to, ale jeszcze moment.
And your equipment is great.
Wejdę tu.
I feel like I'm working at full speed.
Okej, oni zaczęli zmianę chyba wszyscy. Pozostali. No dobra. Mam nadzieję, że się da w jakiś sposób wziąć i potem przy pomocy modzika jakiegoś odkryć sobie wszystkie questy, których wcześniej nie zrobiliśmy. Dobrze. Gdzie ja wyszedłem? Tutaj wyszedłem, tak? Tam wszedłem, tu wyszedłem. Okej. Ja dupcę, ile tu jest jeszcze rzeczy do
Heard you helped us
sprawdzenia.
book that Hank Ferraro guy.
Ochrona.
Report any injuries I may cause to my supervisor.
Dobra, myślę, że tutaj raczej z tej strony nikogo nie będzie. Aczkolwiek wejdę sobie tutaj.
Not supposed to talk to you.
O, tu się światło pali w kibelkach. Może ktoś będzie. Kurde.
You're gonna get me in trouble.
Ta, jasne. Komiks. Ja.
The Red Devils aren't exactly your average bar crowd. You can see it in their eyes. We don't belong here.
Private drinking establishment. Vets only. No. Glad we understand each other.
Nie, to nie będę się prosił. No. Jak nie dla mnie to miejsce, to nie dla mnie, no co? Tam coś jeszcze jest.
Whether you need single, double, or family occupancy, Lux has you covered. Inquire today.
Co tu mamy? To nie jest jakaś sterownia czy coś w tym rodzaju. No dobra, to lećmy dalej. Czyli tak, tu byliśmy na samym dole, tu stąd wyszliśmy. Tam byłem chyba, nie? A no tu już z nikim więcej nie pogadam. Mój szef stoi, ale nam to nie da, dobra. Tu sprawdziłem to pomieszczenie na pewno, bo tu jest gubernator. To pomieszczenie sprawdziłem, bo tu jest ziomek ze sprzedażą i tu otwierałem jeszcze na dodatek drzwi. Dobrze. Tu też nic nie było. Dobra. Tu byłem. I tu też byłem. I tu też. Okej. No czyli tą stronę mamy jakby załatwioną. Na to wychodzi. I tu też byłem. Okej. Tu ogarnięte, tu ogarnięte. Poziom mieszkalny. A tu byłem? Byłem chyba, tylko że w inną stronę przyszedłem. A, dobra, to jest to miejsce. Dobra, dobra. Tutaj z kimś jeszcze mogę porozmawiać.
Being a miner is... If you need a quiet spot to think, I lived a pretty quiet life to start. But the quieter things got, the more noise I made. Got into trouble, did the whole teenage rebellion tour, that sort of thing. Dad used to say I was made reckless by boredom, but I think he deserves some of the credit. I came to do a little good old-fashioned soul searching. You'd think it'd be easy to find, given it's my soul. But nope. Turns out it's a lot harder than it looks. Have a good one.
Dużo nie powiedziała.
Before you say anything, no, Mars is nothing like Earth. Heck, even Earth is nothing like what Earth used to be.
Sometimes you feel just passing through, or...
Okej. Fajność. Jak to w końcu pierdolnie, to się wszystko rozjebie, nie?
We've never met in person, but she's still... 20 years ago, I moved to Sidonia on a whim. Never thought I'd stay for as long as I have. Not to get all sappy, but I lost a son in the war. It's been 20 years, but it still makes my brain a bit swirly thinking about it. Just never got to say goodbye, you know? That bugs me. So I come here to try and get peace. Joy and Horace? I think they get along well enough. Sure, they argue, but that's a good thing. Disagreement's healthy. What good are your beliefs if you never have to defend them? See ya.
No z nimi to już tutaj raczej nie ma dużo do pogadania. A ty?
Greetings, my child. Is there any assistance the Sanctum Universum can offer you? Very well. I would be happy to take the time to speak with another child of God. Perhaps you would like to hear more about our benevolent Creator.
We can stay and listen if you like. I find theological discussions to be quite interesting.
The Sanctum Universum will always be available to you, if you wish to know more. While I must disagree, I won't try to change your mind. You are welcome to go alone in your spiritual journey and make your own discoveries. But if you ever find yourself lost and need some guidance, please know that I am always available should you be interested in a different path. I help run this community center along with my associate, Joy. People from all walks of life are always welcome to come here and share this space for whatever purpose they need. I am also here to assist those seeking faith in God, under the Sanctum Universum, as we lack a true spiritual center here on Mars. We will always offer assistance to anyone who needs it, regardless if they choose to follow our faith. One is not conditional upon the other. We would never turn someone in need away. And we will happily serve those of any level of need. Of course, we are happy to provide. Come back anytime. Have a blessed day.
Kurwa Jechowy.
Demo Staryard acknowledges the efforts of its citizens to make our city a happy and productive place to work.
No dobra. I tu wychodzi na to, że też ogarnąłem wszystko. Chodźmy na górę. Okej.
You help me with this, and I see a bright
Tą typiarą już gadałem. Dobra, zacznijmy od tamtej strony może najpierw.
You're doing me a solid. Careful out there.
Hey, it's my personal savior. Thanks again for the assist. Hey, good to see you again. Still think there might be room for me on your crew? I'm a real expert in the gunner seat. Have to be, since I usually fly solo. I'll knock out any targets we come across. That's a promise. Okay, I'm game. I could use a break from the Sol system.
Okej. No nie mogę ich przydzielać na razie. Muszę z tym się też ogarnąć na spokojnie. Tym ziomkiem już gadałem. Tu nie ma żadnego komiksu, nie?
Just can't stay away, huh? You want to know about Neva, huh? Okay, let me think. You ever heard of the galactic cannibalism phenomenon? No? See, that's when two galaxies collide, and the bigger one basically swallows the smaller one. Then the bigger one just moves on. It keeps getting bigger and angrier and roams through space looking for other galaxies to absorb. Neva Mora is 10 times worse than that. Don't mess with her. Don't give her any bullshit. Don't try and rip her off. And whatever you do, you better not betray her, or she will absolutely swallow you whole, and there won't be an atom left. Other than that, she's all right. Let me give you a bit of advice. Don't blurt out crap like that. Do you want to know why? Because the walls around here have ears, and those ears belong to snitches who run to UC security. Then Adler ends up in the slam. Then, when they finally let Adler go, guess what he does next? He has to hunt down the people who are responsible for putting him in that position. And, well, let's say it all gets very, very messy. Does that answer your question? What, is he your best buddy now? His debt's been satisfied, and an example's been made. That's all I ever really wanted. Unless he does something stupid, and mark my words, he will, he's got nothing to fear from me or my associates. What the hell do you think I'm going to do with the stuff? I'm going to flip it and make a ton of money. You think Carl's booze addiction was bad? These Deimos dusties will blow their entire paycheck to get zoned. Honestly, I consider it a public service. After all, I'm charging them less than a ticket to Neon. Remember, you owe me big for getting your foot in the door.
Albym go odstrzelił. Ale jeszcze gościu tutaj coś będziesz miał przerąbane później. To jest z systemów obronnych.
I'm looking for work. You
Siema.
Defensive systems. Basically, I can fine-tune your shields to keep the enemy from damaging anything you can't afford to lose. I'm not asking for much, just a reasonable share. Why is that? You don't know what you're talking about. That's true. There's more to a job than just money. Let's not close the door on this just yet. Sounds fair. I'm in. Where do you want me?
No dobra. No to nie będzie, niech się buja.
Hey, I heard a
Trochę
rumor
osób
that you're
się
the one
cię
that
ma,
made
a
the
ty
new
kim
equipment.
jesteś?
Oh, hello there, friend. Have you been there long? Between you and me, I'm pretty tuckered. When that stack of papers was smaller, I might have used it as a pillow. Whew. Was I asleep? Oh, you've probably been standing there for a while. What? Oh, heavens no. These bags under my eyes are just... how I look? Okay, you got me. I am pretty tired, but I can do this. But oh my, I've forgotten my manners. Phil Hill at your service. Yes, it rhymes. My parents had a thing about rhyming. My siblings are named Bill, Jill, and Sil. The Hills. What a thrill. But there I go again. You aren't here to talk about me. You're here to talk about List.
Sounds like we're about to hear a sales pitch.
What? No, nothing like that. I assumed everyone has heard about us by now. We're List, the League of Independent Settlers. How can I help make today your very best day? Why, we help people. We get folks set up and able to start new lives in new places, free of governmental interference. We survey the stars, find suitable places matching people's needs, and get folks started with the essentials. I don't suppose you have a ship? Interested in earning some easy credits? That's terrific, because I have a lot of work needing doing. This stack of papers here, these are just the most recent applicants looking for new worlds to settle on. Everywhere I go, people are really excited about the prospects of living a truly free life, living where and how they want to. I've got a cargo hold full of stacks just like that. Oh boy.
That's not our problem.
Oh, of course not. I wouldn't make you do my paperwork for me. Although, I wouldn't mind the help. Used to have an office on Aquila, but, you know, budget cuts. But it turned out for the best. Now they send me all over settled space where I can interface directly with the people. I'm a people person, as you can probably already tell. Oh, that's just a few applications worth. That's what the human touch looks like. No impersonal computer surveys or security breaches to compromise your private information. Just me and some good old-fashioned ink and paper. Every applicant gets a battery of in-person interviews and has every step of their application completed and carefully reviewed to ensure their particular requirements for the ideal location are understood and met to perfection. Try getting that from the UC or Freestar resettlement programs. Fantastic! That's exactly the can-do, helpful attitude that List looks for in all its employees and contractors. We're looking for folks with ships and or basic people skills to seek out suitable planets and leads on potential clients. I don't suppose you possess either of those qualifications? Oh, yes, I can tell. Speaking with you has been an absolute thrill. I was charmed the moment you opened your mouth. That sounded creepy. Oh, but regarding lists, most importantly, we need to collect data on habitable planets. The more habitable, the better. You know, the oxygen and water are musts. Other signs of life, even better. Secondly, we're always looking for new applicants. So, as you travel around meeting people, when the occasion arises, see if you can interest them in signing up for the list. I'm pretty sure I overheard some people in here talking about wanting to start a new life. Why don't you start with them? I am glad you asked. List provides members with a few tangible benefits and a few intangible ones. First off, we locate an ideal location matching the needs and desires of our members. After that, we provide transportation, as well as a starter set including basic hab modules, extractors, and seeds for farming, etc. Everything needed to get off to a good start. And we set up a small encrypted satellite to aid communication between distant neighbors and the rare list ship that swings by the sector to offer aid and trade supplies if desired. But more importantly, List provides its members the satisfaction of living on their own and on their own terms, independent and free from harassment and governmental interference. Excellent. Thank you for any assistance you can lend us. Whoops, nearly forgot. Take this.
No nieźle, ile ja tych questów tu zdobędę.
Do you have an assignment for me, Captain?
Sometimes I wish I'd taken an easier job.
Feel stuck.
It's hard not to worry when your spouse is the one doing all the hard work down in the mines.
Jak się na nich najeżdża, to nie wiadomo kto to. Kurwa, się zablokowałem tam. Dobra.
Been in the Vanguard a long time. Hope the Black Sea is treating you all right. Till next time then.
Hey, if you're hiring, I could really use...
Ty, chłop, znaczy baba z brodą, KW.
Red and orange, everything's red and orange as far as the eye can see. You can start to wear on you.
Tu byłem, nie? Bo tu się wychodzi stamtąd.
Keep it simple or keep to yourself. And everyone will be happy.
Kurwa, 700. Za butelkę. Dobra, Jack. Kurwa.
Been serving drinks here for over 40 years. Few places can offer that kind of stability. Only that I didn't care much for them getting disbanded years ago, and I don't care much for the rumors they're coming back someday. I am, but you don't look like the type that could afford it. Last person that came through here asking about it was none other than Governor Hurst. Didn't even want to drink it. Said he was buying it to put it on display in his office or something. Seems like a waste, but whatever. He paid up. Not from me. And I know Hurst won't give his up willingly either. So, no. Unless you're fixing to steal from Hurst. And for the record, I wouldn't recommend something utterly stupid like that. You don't get it. This whiskey was aged in barrels buried in Martian soil, which leached into it, giving the whiskey its distinct red hue. They don't make this stuff anymore and never will. The exact process was lost. There's a finite amount of this stuff left in the universe. You're lucky I got any at all. Now you got my attention. This ought to be good. I do have a soft spot for that girl. I do believe you, but you realize what kind of a bind this puts me in, right? Why didn't you say so? I know Rivka's story. Will this really help her? Tell you what, I'll do this as a favor for Rivka. She's been through a lot. I'll only charge you what I paid for the whiskey years ago. Pay me that, and it's yours. I sure hope you're not pulling my leg about this whole thing, or else I just let all that money slip away. You better do justice for Rivka.
Easy. Za 500. Za 600. Wystarczyło go przegadać. Dobra. Lewą stronę mamy całą zrobioną i kończymy ten odcinek. Dzięki serdeczne za oglądanie. Zostaw kciuka, subskrypcję, dzwoneczek, wbiję do linku w opisie i miłego popołudnia. Cześć.